Hey soul family, hope you all are doing well. Let's go ahead and dive into this message, y'all. Let's see what spirit has to share with you through me. Okay, so it looks like you're being called to focus on the shadow. Okay, what is going on within yourself that you might have some difficult time facing? Okay, what is some energy that you might have been holding on to? The shadow aspect. Okay, it says illuminate the shadow. That means shine a light on what's not seen daily. Okay, you could be moving through life and not paying attention to a certain aspect of yourself that you're being called to actually pay attention to now. And also when we move over to here, to heal that aspect. This card says galactic healer, and you see how there's eyes here, you're being called to really use your conscious mind to focus in on healing, first revealing, observing, and finding a solution so you can heal certain aspect of yourself that need attention. Okay, you know how people say misery loves company? This card reminds me of that, but also what I've heard from one of my great teachers was sometimes misery just wants to be acknowledged. Okay, so what's going on within yourself that just needs an acknowledgement? Illuminate the shadow, find a solution. How you find a solution, you figure out what is something that can solve the pain or whatever you might be holding on to. Okay, this is giving you the polarities because you're healing already, but there's aspects of yourself that might need a little bit more attention. Okay, look at the shadow and the light. You're shining that light right up on that shadow, paying deep attention. Self-love, deep observation. Okay, I'm getting the vision of a what is that called? Like you know those submarines that they go in to observe the ocean, like the ones that have like the big bulb where they can see everything in the ocean. I'm getting that vision. That's how deep you need to go when it comes within yourself. Go deep within yourself, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Deep within, find some healing. Focus on that. And also journal. Write it down. Write it down so therefore you can reread it and then also burn it. Okay? Move forward with an open mind. Let the pain go. Move forward with an open mind. You're clearing out all these channels as well. Look at some of these channels. Some of y'all could have a blocked third eye. Some of y'all could have a third eye that is extremely open, but you still need to heal within so therefore you can see clear. Okay? So when your third eye is when you haven't done enough healing and your chakras like that are open, sometimes you get some interference coming in there. The information that might not be coming in clear because you need to do some healing. Okay? Align them chakras, baby. Okay, and then next card out is Between Worlds. Look at that. And you can't look at how that came out, y'all. Is that not being in between worlds? The polarities of the shadow and the light. Excuse me, y'all, dropped the card. Move this up. Being in between worlds. So you got 1 foot over here, 1 foot over here. Okay, you're in between worlds, in between the realms. Okay, some of y'all could be have spiritual abilities where you're able to tap into other realms. So you're in between like the heavenly realm, the cosmic realm. So therefore you're pulling the information. Look at that symbol right there. It's giving me very spiritual, like spiritual enlightenment. So yeah, y'all are very spiritually enlightened and tapped in. Look at there. It says new direction. Once you heal the shadow aspect and come into union with the shadow aspect, you are able to tap in between worlds, between realms. Okay? And that's going to lead you into a new direction, a new path for yourself. That is beautiful. I love that. All right, and then the bottom of the deck, y'all, we have, let's see what this is. Oh, look at that. Stop playing. Is that not saying in between? Look at in between worlds. Look at splitting the world apart. In between two polarities. In between, honey. Expansion. Educate your mind and senses. Stop playing with them. Okay. Okay. And this card right here, the bottom of the deck, And it was some more eyes. Look at all these eyes you have out here. Look at all these eyes, y'all. This is like the windows, honey, to the soul. Look at all those eyes. Depth. I'm telling you, when this screams like a spiritual foresight. Like you can see. Some of y'all are able to see and tap into lower realms. Some of y'all might be seeing things that other people don't see. Okay, tapping into higher realms, bringing both of those realms together and getting divine information. This says, what's this card? It says, channel your knowledge, critical judgment. Look at there. So you're being called to pay attention to what information you're tapping into. So therefore, you're able to channel the wisdom from both of those polarities. There's wisdom in the dark and there's wisdom in the light, honey. Channel the knowledge from both polarities, and then move in a new direction. That's beautiful. Being in between those realms helps you choose the right path for yourself. I love that. And then let's see what this was. This says expansion, educate your mind and senses. Let's pull that up. What's that under there? Let's just see. It says living light energy. See the beauty in life. Love it. Look at that in between realms. It's almost like a cross there. He almost looks like a. Excuse me. I got that light right there. He almost looks like he's on a cross. It's like almost giving me like a sacrificial energy where it's like, okay, sometimes you gotta let certain parts of yourself go so you can step into new aspects of yourself. But yeah, just looking at the polarities in life and just standing in the middle. Okay, the middle ground, the middle path. Okay, knowing that you have to understand the light and the dark to fully expand. And you become limitless, where you're not limited by the past. You're not limited by the future. Or you're not limiting your future. All right. Let's see what we got here, y'all. What's this? I'm just going to grab a few so we can see what we got going on, y'all. Look at Ascended Masters. You're being called to communicate with your divine gifts. Use your divine gifts to communicate with the higher master teachers, your ascended masters, your spiritual team. You're being called to do so, y'all. What's that? Align your universe. Love these cards. Align your universe, y'all. Expansion and aligned. Two faces here. One is facing towards the light, one faces towards the dark. Look at that. Transformation. Love it. There's a lady over here as well. Let me see. Align your universe. Where you want to go in life. Align it. Choose with wisdom. Choose your next path with wisdom, y'all. All right. I hope this message finds y'all in the highest vibration of love and light. Y'all be well. Oh, and make sure you shield your energy. Look beneath the surface, that says. Didn't we just say that earlier? For you to look beneath the surface over here. Look submarine deep. Mommy. All right, y'all be well. If y'all haven't done so just yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. All right, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Bye.